Bob Ross, born in Florida on October 29, 1942, discovered an oil painting while he was enlisted in the United States Air Force in the early 1960s. He studied the wet-on-wet technique, which allowed him to produce complete paintings in less than an hour. He then became an instructor himself, eventually teaching a TV audience of millions on the PBS show The Joy of Painting. Bob Ross, television's famous painting instructor, was born Robert Norman Ross in Daytona, Florida on October 29, 1942. He was raised in Orlando, Florida after dropping out of school in the 9th grade. Ross served in the U.S. Air Force. During his service, he took his first painting lesson at Anchorage, Alaska United Service Organizations Club. From that point on, he was hooked, a term he would frequently use during his years as a painting instructor. After returning from the Air Force, Ross attended various art schools until he learned the technique of wet-on-wet from William Alexander, later his bitter rival, where oil paints are applied directly on top of one another to produce complete paintings, mostly landscapes, in less than an hour. Ross taught wet-on-wet to several friends and colleagues, and in the early 1980s he was given his own show on PBS based on this technique. Ross's instructional program, The Joy of Painting, premiered in 1983 on PBS, where it would run for more than a decade and attract millions of viewers. As a TV painting instructor, Ross became known for his light humor and gentle demeanor, as well as his ability to complete a painting in 30 minutes. The Joy of Painting would eventually be carried by more than 275 stations, spawning an empire that would include videos, how-to-do books, art supplies, and certified Bob Ross instructors. The Joy of Painting was canceled in 1994 so that Ross could focus on his health. The famous TV instructor and host had been diagnosed with lymphoma around the same time. Ross died from lymphoma at the age of 52 on July 4, 1995, in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. The majority of his original paintings were donated to charities or to PBS stations. Today, Ross remains one of the best-known and high-paid American painters. His legacy lives through a number of facets, including a fan-based Twitter page of more than 67,000 followers.
Today we'd make a scene that's very happy, beautiful little scene with a lot of color in it, very easy that you can do. There we go. Okay, let's just put a happy little mountain, something about like that. And let's paint several little happy trees and push, look at there.